Hello there, I'm Pat. I'm one of the volunteers with a listening ear in Dumfries and Galloway. Some of you might recognise me from my YouTube channel, Wander with Mac. I do camping videos, and that's where I am just now. I'm out camping, but I'm going to take time out to tell you what I do when I'm not camping. Listening ear started when COVID started up. It's only meant to be for 6 weeks. Didn't we all believe that COVID was only going to last 6 weeks? Remember that? Well, we're still going strong. But what we do is if people are lonely, are isolated. Now, you all know what like it is in Dumfries and Galloway. It's a scattered community. There's some people, particularly the elderly and those who are maybe not quite as well as they should be. They never see folk from one end of the week to the other. Maybe the postman, and they're always at the door waiting on them. I have been there. Aye. Well, what we do is, if we get a referral of somebody that's lonely, and it can come from anywhere, housing department, the health department, social work, what we'll do is we'll get a volunteer, a phone befriender to give them their proper title, to phone the folk up and chat. Now, it's no counselling, it's just talking to people, get to know them, talk about their life, your life if you want. But it's just like you would talk to folk in your own village or your own town. That's all we're asking for the volunteers here. And you can do it for your armchair. You didn't need to jump in a bus and go to somewhere to do volunteer work. You can do it for your house. I actually do it from here. I'll phone up Jimmy quite regularly for here. Jimmy used to be into camping. Well, I had a few phone friends at the beginning. Sadly, some of them's no longer with us, and some of them is maybe in better circumstances. It happens. But that's 2-3 years I've been doing this. I've enjoyed every minute yet. But I've been asked to talk about one of my phone friends, Jim. I got given Jim, must have been very near the beginning. He had moved up here from South Wales and got a house the other side of Dumfries. A wee bit isolated. But that suited him because he liked that sort of life. He had family breakups and bad ones. Really bad ones. And his confidence was away. So I got asked if I would phone Jim. I goes, hi, what are we going to talk about? Oh, he needs a bus pass. Right. So anyway, I phoned him a couple of times and started to break the ice. And the best of it was, I was in industry years and years ago, when I was a young man. And Jim had worked most of his life in industry. Different areas, but here, we were in the same industry, and damn it, he worked the same machine as I did. Ice broken. Gets better. Hobbies. Well, he was into camping. When he was a younger man, he'd still like to be, but I'm afraid his illness is really bad. He's no got much mobility, and that's part of his problem. But anyway, it managed to break the ice because we had so much in common, so much to talk about. And first few times we'd talk maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. volunteers, it's up to the volunteer how long they want to talk and how long they want to take it. It's hard going with some folk because some folk didn't want to talk. But if you can break the ice, it just goes on. Anyway, Jim was getting bothered with everything. He had been done out of a lot of money. Family, friends and others, that's the best way to say, and he wasn't getting any help. And the powers that be, well, they weren't much help. So, and he wasn't getting his allowances. And he hadn't any confidence. So the first 6 months was all about talking away and getting confidence and getting him to do wee things. He couldn't get his bus pass. He did get into Dumfries one day to get it, but to get into the library you needed an appointment because of COVID. By the way, he still not got his bus pass. Anyway, we got him help. We managed to get him help for another agency, Citizen Advice. We tried 2 or 3 agencies and they're all chock-a-block. But we managed to find somebody in Citizen Advice that would take him on, and I used to drive him into Dumfries. And the lassie there did all the paperwork. So, well, it was that bad that he wasn't getting that. By the time he had bits of pensions, and what he was getting off the dole, it wasn't enough to pay his rent. And he was having to dig into savings that were going down. And this was just breaking the guy up in really bad ill health. I think he had about everything that was gone. Well, he didn't have any heart problems, that's me. But we got him in there and into Citizen Advice. It took a long time dealing with all the different agencies. But they guided Jim through it. And in the end, he's got enough money to live off. There's still things to be done. There's still a lot to be done. We'd like to get the money back that was stolen from him, which is doable, but we'll have to get an agency to help us to say that the police aren't up to much help on that front. But the thing is, the guy has become a friend. And okay, he continues to get problems because he's the type of guy that folk will flame and try to take a lenny. And he kens that himself. But I'll phone him up once a week and we'll talk away. Sometimes we can be talking for about 2 hours because we're such good friends and became good friends over the years. It's not a protocol to meet people, no at the moment, but I got permission because he wouldn't have went to the Citizen Advice Bureau. He needed to have somebody that was going to take him, and that's what I did. But hopefully we're starting friendship crafts soon, and hopefully I'll get him along to one of them. We'll see what happens. We're looking at starting all sorts of different things. One of the things is we do phone friending at the moment, and we're looking at doing it using the internet, Zoom and that sort of thing. So that sort of happened. But myself and Jim's had a good relationship, and I've made a good friend out of it. It's helped him. It might have helped me as well. But the thing is, I could do all that from my living room. Or when I've been away on my trips. But what we're looking for is, we're looking for people to be phone befrienders. I've told you, it's so easy. There's no transport, it doesn't cost you anything. You can sit there with a cup of tea in your hand, talking to the folk. And what could be more relaxed than that? And because you're dealing with people, the benefit comes back to you. You actually feel that you're achieving something. Now, to be a telephone befriender, it's just a wee short course. And they do the quick Scottish background check. Sometimes they don't if you're just doing over the phone stuff. But the wee course is all common sense. Now, I didn't do well at school. I was as thick as two short planks. But I managed it. It didn't take any time. The reason for the wee course is so that our coordinators, we've got 2 coordinators and an administrator. Our coordinators get to know the volunteer, and they also know the people that they're going to be phoning, so they can match them up. It's all about doing things nicely, and they do quite a good job of it. But we're also looking at, we're looking at doing this friendship calf, which is getting people out and meeting up. That could be interesting. But for the volunteers, once a month we have a Zoom meeting, and it gives you a chance to meet up with everybody. And every 2 or 3 months we have a meet up in a calf or something. Swap experiences, get to know each other. It's a social thing for the volunteers as well. And if you're having problems with a phone friend, the coordinator's there to talk. Also, you can talk it over with other volunteers, as long as you maintain the confidentiality. I've really enjoyed it. We're also looking for people to be trustees. People who's got a background in that sort of thing. I think that takes about a meeting every 2 months, but there's a lot of emails back and forth, but I'm a trustee as well. But again, you can do it for your living room. You can do it when you're on holiday. I do. I enjoy it. So there's an idea. We're looking for volunteers. Do you think you can help us? If you can, have a look at our website or give us a call. At the end of this video, one of the posters is up. There's been a poster at the beginning, and it's got all our information, how to contact us. Give us a call. Have a chat with one of our coordinators and see what you think. See if you think you can do it. I'd like you to try. Thanks for listening to me. I'm getting back to my camping. I'll see you later, hopefully at a friends meeting.